Hare Krishna. Generally, people ask that why there are different forms of the deities and images of the God. If God is one, then why there are so many different images of Him? As per the scriptures, Lord manifests Himself in this material world in the different forms as per the desire of His devotees. In one particular form, devotee wants to worship their Lordship, so Lord takes that form and appears in front of him. And sometimes He comes to fulfill the words of His devotees. And that's why there are different forms of the Lord in this world. Like Dashavatars. All these Dashavatars, which is considered as a Leela Avataras, where Lord has come to perform one particular pastime with His devotees. And there He has took the different form. Let's start with the Matsya Avatar. Lord Narayana, He manifested Himself as a fish to save the whole universe from this flood or water of devastation. So if He has to save the people who are submerging in the water, then He has taken a form of the living entity which lives in the water very comfortably. So He took a form of a giant fish, and He did such a big thing that He carried the whole humanity on the boat and He took them away for new creation. So Lord, He may come in any form. He is the Lord Himself. And He has a totally different potencies that He has along with. So devotee wanted to worship Him in that form. So He appears as a Matsya. Then He got a different type of a form. The next, He comes as a Varaha to take out the earth from the filthy bottom of ocean. Only Varaha or only pig can go into the water or in the filthy place, and he can take out something from there. So Lord appeared, He took that particular form and He come up with the Mother Earth. When He took that form, He is known as a Yajna Varaha. The water which came from the plashing of ocean by His body and which was showered through His hairs, all the sages from the great planetary system, they came and they wanted to bathe themselves through that water. In this material world, a pig considered to be a filthiest animal. But when Lord took that particular form, that form became a glorious. And still there are hundreds of temples throughout the India where they worship Lord as a Varaha Bhagavan. Then He came as a Kurma. In that form, He was like a great tortoise who came to stable the Mandara mountain, which was used as a churning rod for the churning of this Kshira Sagara. And since that day, Lord Kurma, he is holding this whole Brahmanda on his back. And it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, when that Mandara Parvat was used for the churning, that was nicely scratching the back of Kurma. And because of that, Lord felt like a yawning, sleepy, and He yawned. and the waves started from the ocean. And till date, these waves are going on. So devotee wanted to worship that particular form of the Lord. And there is the deity of Kurma. If you go to Shekakulam, you will find nice deity of Kurma Bhagavan there. And they worship their Lordship in that particular form. And everyone knows Lord Narasimha, who is having a body of a human being and head as a lion, and who just appeared to fulfill the desire of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad said, he is everywhere, my Lord is everywhere. When he said everywhere, then Lord was just ready to manifest wherever he shows his hand. So he was just looking at Prahlad, where he points out and where he has to manifest. Because being omnipresence, he is everywhere. And when Prahlad said he is here in this pole, Lord just appeared. He came out of that pole and he killed Hiranyaksha. And Hiranyaksha also asked for the boon from Brahma, who is another devotee of the Lord, who has given him a boon that he will not die at the daytime, not at a night. He will not die at air, not on the earth, not in the water, not out of the house, not inside the house. Thinking that he has asked the boon which will give him as a immortality. To fulfill the boon of Brahma, what Lord Narasimha did? He took a form which was neither a man nor a beast. He took him on his lap, so he was not on the earth, not in the air. He killed him with his sharp nails, which is not a weapon, not a dry also and not a wet also. To fulfilling all the conditions of Hiranyakashipu and fulfilling all the benediction that Brahma has given, and to fulfill the words of Prahlad, Lord appeared as a Lord Narasimha. So to please his devotees, Lord, he took a different forms and he manifested in this world. And just to remember that pastimes and to worship their Lordship in that particular form, you can see there are different forms of the Lord all over. And they are being worshipped since time immemorial. And devotees are reciprocating with that particular form also. That's the reason why Lord appeared with the different forms in this material world. Hare Krishna.